Good evening, madam. Today we will be doing our presentation, the assignment of teaching, writing, and reading. So we consist of 4 group members, that is myself, Alicia, Jacinta, Purna, and Vagneswari. So first we'll go with Purna.
Hello, ma'am. So for the introduction, the first one is effective teaching is as much about planning lessons and responding to students' work as it is about performing. Effective teaching is deeply personal because students feel as though they are constructing their understanding with each other and with their teacher. Much of its success lies in what happens before and after the teacher leaves the classroom, rather than in the actual lesson implementation itself. Although one should not underestimate the power of engaging and enthusiastic performance. It incorporates planning, assessing, interpreting data, and responding to the data in ways that support individual students, while at the same time attending to the classroom community. So for the next slide, I will pass to my another group member.
Okay, good evening, ma'am. So today I'll be explaining about summary of the video. Basically, the video that we chose is about the teacher will talk about mass media, and she will give the students a paper, and then she will play some songs, and then she will ask the students to write their name, and then they have to write pass the paper to one and another, and then they have to keep on write their name until the song stops. Once the song stops, the teacher will give another next instruction, which will be teacher will be asking some question to the students, how long do you watch television, and those kind of questions, and then the students has to answer. Once they answer, the teacher will give there will be another she will give another uh, uh, she will give some time to the student to do another activity, which will be the students wrote their names, right? Okay, everyone will have one paper. So at the side, the teacher will be given some questions to them. The students has to go to go to the names uh, that written there. So they have to go and check. Okay, for example, Alicia, and then the question will be, what is your favorite movie? So the student has to go and ask to everyone and then write the answer. So that is their activity. And then the next one, teacher will do some have some two have two different techniques, which will be uh, she will ask the students to she will have some uh, cuts on the board, so that then the students has to go and talk about the boards. That is the summary of the video. Next, I will pass to another friend of mine. Thank you.
Alicia, your mic is mute.
So, madam, I'll be explaining about the analysis of the video based on the video and the characteristic on the video. In the video, I'm sorry. So I'll be explaining first based on the planning. So for the planning in the education is very important for the beginning of the teaching and a proper learning process. In that video, it shows that the teacher provides each and every method, including the techniques, before she goes to the class to deliver the lesson. Through a proper planning for the topic that she has chosen, makes the teaching learning activities more fun and the knowledge to go through the students through a fun activity. So the teacher has planned earlier so that the students may know and may get more excited to learn the subject that the topic that they are going to learn on that particular day. like example about mass media. So the teacher had planned how she wants to take the lesson for the students. So the second one is lesson progression. Lesson progression is known as a term of learning progression. So after she planned, she took it to a lesson progression where she have to bring the topic that she taken to progress in the student. That refers to a proper teaching and learning that the students have to learn in the development according to their grade. Usually a proper learning or lesson progression is categorized according to the subject and specific sequence of knowledge which includes the student's skill that will be shown by the students. So the teacher took the lesson plan by planning and also take it through a lesson progression where the students can learn as well and bring out their talent and their skills through an activity, to a proper activity, follow the curriculum also as well. So I will pass it to my next member to explain.
Okay, next I'll be explaining about assessment. In education term, assessment is known by variety of method. Like they will have like quiz, exams, they have to answer the worksheets and more. So like maybe the teacher will ask Q&A like that. So in this activity, the teacher used this particular teacher. She used cardboards to know whether the students understand what she taught. So that because assessment is very important, so that then only she will know whether her lesson plan is good or it is not suitable for that student. She has to change it or she can maintain with this type of lesson plan. So assessment is a very important term in our education system. Next, I will be explaining about equipment and facilities. The equipment and facilities that the teacher used is she used some paper, cardboards, pencil, and short script to carry out the activity. Like for example, the teacher gave a short script to the students to do some role play and things like that. So that plays a very important thing, because when the teacher do this type of things earlier, and not not when the class starts and she's writing and giving it, wasting her time in the class. So when she gives this type of things, it will be like easier for the students, and she can it will be easier for to assess the students how they are going to do the activity. So this assessment equipment facilities are very important. But okay, if at all suddenly when the teacher is teaching and there's no pen, no marker pen, no don't have the, like, the teacher is not having the proper material to do to conduct the class, she will be getting how to say, she'll be getting nervous and the class will be a disaster. So that's all. Next, Alicia will explain about curriculum.
So, madam, when we analysis through this analysis, when I analysis through the curriculum, so in this video, the curriculum is known as one of the outline concept to be taught to the students, which will follow the content standing that refers to a proper interactive system, totally of students which specific plan by sequence of instruction or from the view of the student's experience. So through this video, the curriculum was planned well, where the teacher prepares everything earlier and brought the lesson to a progression where the students can learn also as well. At the same time, they bring out what they know and their talent also as well. So they can learn more and they can explore more by not using the traditional way of education, by using the 21st century of education system, where they can learn more out of box, think out of box, and do an activity in such way where the students are giving interest and they are being interested to learn more about the lesson. For example, like media mass, the lesson that the teacher took, the topic that the teacher chosen, and the way that she planned and brought the lesson to progression, made it well, and the students, they enjoyed learning. We can see through that video where they brought out what is in their mind, and they think out of the box. So that's all for my part, madam. So I pass it to my next member.
So for the analysis of suitability of text disclosure, writing is often overlooked in ESL teaching and learning. At a beginning level, it may be seen as a task for the intermediate and advanced stages. Students will shy away from writing due to its many complicated rules, structures, and idiosyncrasies. Besides, audio tape certainly lends far more deep and impressionistic insight into the comprehension levels of the ESL students. The kinds of questions asked and the respective responses generated helps an ESL teacher in revamping her lesson plans and interaction patterns for more sustained classroom interaction. So the last one is, it's important for the teacher to encourage the students to think about writing through well-developed writing lesson plans. With a slight nudge and some guidance, they can take newly discovered vocabulary and grammar and use it to craft structures, paragraph in many different writing styles. So I will pass to my another friend.
Madam, I'm Agneshwari here. So for the conclusion of our video, even though we couldn't go to the school since they follow the strict SOPs, they're not allowed outsiders. So we managed to find a best video of teaching English of secondary level. All the skills were input in the video. For example, reading, writing, listening, speaking, and all. So in that video, the teacher did writing skill in a different way by writing all their classmates' name and also for speaking skills as well. So students need to choose a card with the words prepared by teacher, and they need to talk about the words they choose. So it will improve the students' writing skill and speaking skills as well. From the video, we noticed that there are lack of listening skill activity. It would be better if the teacher add on listening skill activity. For example, instead of giving a scene in a piece of paper, the teacher can read loud out the scenes to the students so they will listen and act. So the teacher can add on listening activity more. So this is what we conclude overall the videos. So that's all about our video. The end.
Okay, thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank you very much, madam.